Colorado landed a commitment on Monday. JUCO offensive tackle Isaiah Walker, formerly of Miami, Florida, but attending Butler Community College. The 6'5", 290-pounder is just what the Buffaloes need after Coach Prime's post-game comments about improving the play of the offensive line. Walker committed on Monday, but now there's another trench prospect trending in the direction of the Buffaloes. We're going to find out who could be the next big-time recruit to commit to Colorado. But first, Colorado fans, do me a favor, subscribe to the On3 Recruits channel. We got a lot of Buffs talk going on here. We want you to be a part of it. Hit subscribe. So on Tuesday, On3 national recruiting analyst Sam Spiegelman put in a new pick on the recruiting prediction machine for Georgia four-star edge King Joseph Edwards. He wasn't the only one, though. On3 director of recruiting Chad Simmons entered a pick, and so did Zach Berry of the Ole Miss site. So remember, his top three consist of Ole Miss, FSU, and Colorado, and the Ole Miss insider is already conceding him. I think that's a significant development. So let's actually bring on the man that made the pick, Sam Spiegelman, to discuss it. So Sam, Edwards is the nation's number 315th overall prospect, number 29 ranked edge in the 2024 cycle. You put the pick in, got things trending in Colorado's direction. Take us behind the scenes on this one. What's going on?
Yeah, this recruitment has gone in a lot of different directions, Josh. At one point, you had Georgia and Florida State out in front. I had a pick favoring TCU when the season was just getting started, and obviously momentum also shifted in way of Ole Miss. So there's been a lot of teams involved in a very talented edge prospect from Georgia's recruitment that's gone a little bit longer than I think people expected. Now here comes Deion trying to take advantage of someone in the SEC. Ole Miss, Florida State, and Colorado are in his top three, and he's got a lot of visits coming up. These visits loom particularly large. Like you mentioned, Deion Sanders, Colorado's head coach, talked about improving on both sides of the ball going into the season. We know that they had Shadur and Travis Hunter and a ton of skill position talent, but improving in the trenches was one of the main areas for Coach Prime to focus on. And someone like King Joseph Edwards, obviously, his recruitment has just opened the door up, and we've seen this before. Colorado has done this time and time again, and he's going back to Georgia potentially for some more firepower in that area.
Yeah, the number 34 ranked player in the state of Georgia through 9 games as a senior, 18 tackles, 5 sacks, as well as 7 quarterback hurries and an interception. So how have you seen Edwards develop over the course of the last couple years?
Yeah, I think as an underclassman, you talked about Georgia and Florida State. He was a nationally coveted recruit as an underclassman. Not only was he terrific playing off the edge, but some thought he could grow and play elsewhere on the defensive line. He also played snaps on offense, which is, even adds more to his potential down the road. He did suffer an injury in the offseason, which I think, might have had some teams cool in the process. That's opened the door up for schools like Ole Miss and Colorado and Florida State down the stretch as they tried to close the door on Edwards.
Yeah, and look, Colorado's not done in the state of Georgia. I wanted to get your take before we get out of here on 4-star athlete Cam McKell. He's out of Statesboro, Georgia. You know that they've landed his teammate, Amontre Bradford, a couple weeks ago. Now, Cam McKell, though, is set to decide in about 3 weeks. Do you think that Colorado could be in position to add him too?
Yeah, look at the track record. He was one of the first big-name recruits from the Southeast that went out to Boulder to see Deion and what they were doing early in the season, Josh. He kind of bought in among the first, and we were covering it here on the Inside Scoop. Listen, he fits the profile of a Travis Hunter, a dynamic player on both sides of the ball. And his teammate is already committed, which for 17, 18-year-olds, it certainly adds more fuel to the fire. We know that Tennessee is heavily involved here. Of course, Georgia has really turned up the heat on Michael, having just a stellar senior season. So I think it's going to be a little bit trickier. He has a decision date set, but Colorado certainly is going to have its hat in the ring for this one.
Yeah, and there could be more news. There's a big visit weekend happening this weekend out in Boulder. Colorado fans, look for a video on this channel tomorrow previewing some of those big names. But today we are talking about Georgia 4-star edge King Joseph Edwards, who Sam Spiegelman put a pick in for. Now, we'll see when he makes his decision, but as of now, things are trending in Colorado's direction. Thanks for stopping by, Sam.
Thanks for having me, Josh.
Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed that content, be sure to subscribe to the On3 Recruits channel. We have a new page dedicated only to recruiting. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button right now.